at New York-Presbyterian, we have really quite a number of clinical trials that are underway here and more in development. So, for example, we have various clinical trials for medication that represent refinements of the use of previously studied medications to understand better, can do lower or higher doses help, and for which particular clinical populations are they most effective. We have other quite novel clinical trials underway. For example, the use of a technique called repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation, RTMS, that uses a magnetic field to stimulate very specific brain regions and to alter the electrical properties of those brain regions to see if we can alter the symptoms and reduce them in children and adults who have autism. We have a very unique treatment that's been developed here that it's really a set of treatments that we're comparing with one another. It's using computer-based techniques to teach nonverbal children with autism how to read, and ultimately then how to communicate through written text with people in the environment, or using mathematics, things that children with autism typically are a little bit better at and enjoy more, that don't have a lot of social stimuli, and then trying to use those mathematical stimuli to help relate and to communicate through those kinds of symbolic representations. So those two forms of learning through written language and through mathematics, and then seeing differential effects on the development of spoken language as well as behavioral control in these children. So part of the idea of this is that spoken language rides on certain neural systems, but written language and mathematics are mediated, they ride on very different neural systems. And so most people have just simply assumed that because children with autism can't speak, that they can't read and they can't communicate at all. But really that's only one modality of communication, and we're looking at these other modalities instead. Really taking a backdoor approach, hoping that we can get in the back door. If we can begin communicating that way, that ultimately it will have some beneficial effects on language development in these children.